with the victory.
Dr. Bawumia is requesting that there's a debate between himself and the former president, John Dramani Mahama. Would that ever happen?
I would be heavily disappointed if it should happen. And I don't expect that the leadership of the NDC and President Mahama would heed to that call. It's a very completely needless call. The vice president is a sitting vice president. He has the reins of power. Whatever he wants to do, it's not about debate. It's about doing it. We saw his lectures. We saw the things that he has said. It's not about words anymore. It's about action. And so you have been in power 8 years and you still have the power. Change it now. What you say you want to do, you have the power. Do it now. That's all. There's no need for a debate. And look, if it's about debate, I think that our communication officers in our constituencies would better fit Bawumia in a debate.
Really?
On any matter. I bet you. We don't even need to move it up to ourselves and how much more President Mahama. I mean, the constituencies can debate Bawumia. And the debate with Bawumia is so easy and very simple. And it would be like you are, there's this proverbial saying, and excuse me to use that you don't argue with a fool. It will reduce you to his level and defeat you with experience. You understand? And so if you ask me, President Mahama shouldn't even think or harbor the thinking that he would do a debate.
Former President Donald Trump requested one with the President Joe Biden. It happened.
It was going to happen anyway. It was not a request. It was
he kept hammering on
it's part of their system.
Let's talk about issues. Let's talk about policies.
No, it's part of their system. It was going to happen anyway.
Here.
No,
we've seen it happen before.
Ghana, we've had our issues. It started with Jimensa at IEA, and we had our issues of bias with the way they manage the presidential debate. It progressed into GBC taking it up. Then I remember in 2016 we made NCC, which is supposed to be the state institutions responsible for civic education, lead up the debate, because we felt that at least that would give it some neutrality. The institution IEA had been known for all its bias and the partisan nature of the things they did at the time, and that was why we started having issues with Jin Mensa and so on and so forth. And so we wanted to move it to a more independent body. And most of the debates from 2012, 2016, our friends in the MPP refused to participate. And they said, no, we don't want debate. You are in government. Continue doing what you are doing. We don't want debate. What has changed? You understand? And so the systems and the structures, the independent structures that would conduct the debate in a manner that everybody will feel that, oh, this is a true and fair reflection.
We don't have that.
We don't have that. And that's the challenge. And so we were trying to build that in 2016 using the NCC, but I mean, that one, they didn't get the support. Imani brought some up in 2020, and other institutions are trying very hard to also bring it up. But I think that it's because of the nature of our politics and the kind of systems that we have in the country, it makes it very difficult for anybody to trust such processes. But what President Mahama did last 2 weeks Sunday is, I think, surpasses any debate that you can get. In a debate, you have pre-planned and predetermined questions, which is shared between some people, and sometimes it can find its way to the presidential candidate. In the engagement President Mahama had with the media, having over 100 media personalities there, who you have not pre-planned any questions with, who are throwing all the questions at you. And you saw the kind of questions that came. Some were very heavy. They came like a sledgehammer.
Same media that you think that is not really propagating.
Oh, yes, but I mean, they are very heavy questions. They are meant for whichever purpose. But you saw the dexterity, the depth, and the kind of intelligence and knowledge that President Mahama brought to bear on all the matters across board. And this is not like you have asked me a question, oh, let me call my health minister, let me call this, let me call that.
I'm here to respond to them.
The man is deep. The man understands what he does. He has lived it, and he has learned, and he has built experiences. And that is why we always say experience over experiment. We remember in 2016 when they were saying, oh, try us, oh, try me, we will try me, and this is our try me.
Now, the NPP has described the alternative as dangerous? Is the NDC dangerous as
And
an alternative?
where dangerous means?
It's not where you want to go as a Ghanaian if you want
dangerous
to
means,
live better.
If dangerous means investing heavily in road construction, building first-class roads, building rail network, building schools, building hospitals, building world-class hospitals, expanding education, providing food for the people at very cheaper cost, accessible and sustainable. If that is dangerous, then I think Ghana should opt for danger, because this danger is sweet danger. And so we should be speaking to facts. What is alternative is dangerous. The alternative has shown that it is better than you. You are worse. In fact, above all other things, you are thieves. Ripping up the nation. You understand? So it's not only about incompetence in managing the economy. It's not about incompetence in managing the health sector, the education sector, the agriculture sector. It's also about incompetence in, lack of integrity, the shortfall, the deficiency of integrity in leadership, and the lack of candor and the lack of courage to even accept that we are failing. And that's the problem. The president and his people are like living in a different world. They are living above reality, and they seem not to appreciate what we are going through.
Anyway, we pressed for time, but I've had a really, really interesting conversation. I never knew back in the time all of these things that he's done in school, student activism and all of that. Very, very interesting conversation this morning here with Dr. Peter Boamah Otokunor. Now, I'm still trying to get the setting right. But before we go, though, you have presidential ambition?
Why will I have presidential? Well, let me...
In the future.
Let me make this point. I am the kind of person that does not carry long-term ambitions.
Okay.
As I sit now, I have no long-term ambition. I only set short-term goals, and they are day by day. So I live by the day. So I set a goal for today, and I make sure I achieve 100%. I achieve 100%, and I believe that is what
20 years from now,
and that is what will lead to whichever destination that God will take me. I'm a strong believer of God. I believe in Jesus Christ. I'm an avowed Christian, and I'm actually a church elder. And so I believe in God directing your path. I believe in God leading your path. And when you offer it to him, he leads you so well. He leads you so well.
Okay.
And so I have no presidential ambition.
For now.
I have no presidential ambition. And I actually have no ambition, when it comes to where I want to be in politics. But I believe that every single day I have to be a better person of myself, a better version of myself. So I look at myself yesterday and I want to produce the best of what was yesterday. And that is what has brought me here.
Okay.
Last time somebody asked me and I said, look, in 2021, I never thought that I'll ever contest for General Secretary. Even in 2022, I didn't have the thought of contesting for the opportunity came. And I decided that, look, I am prepared and I can do this. So let me go for it.
Okay.
I went for it. It didn't work. That's the end. That means that there is another opportunity that could come in any form by any day, and I will take it wholeheartedly and deliver.
Great. Thank you so much for spending time with us this morning.
Thank you for having me.
Really enjoyed the conversation. And once again, we wish you the very best moving into the elections 2024. And hopefully we'll be able to just, decide when the elections comes up. And that's Dr. Peter. He's Peter, the Peter in the Bible, actually, because he's a church elder. Spending time with us this morning here on the show. That's our big interview for this morning. There's more coming up right here before we wrap it all up on Prime Morning today. Do stay.